Play Premier League predictor midweek slate 237. Craig Burley and Ross Dyer battle it out in predictor ahead of a full slate of midweek fixtures in the Premier League. 237 after the horrendous 6-1 defeat to Stoke in May 2015, which probably put the seal on Brendan Rodgers' Liverpool reign and triggered the pursuit of Jurgen Klopp to replace him. The Reds have managed 3 wins there since. Some scars never heal, though. The team go there on the back of a contentious week of results. Draws away to Sevilla and at home to reigning champions Chelsea. Unbeaten at Anfield since 2012. Would NT normally produce the amount of negative reaction they did? It was the manner of the draws that got under people's skin. Game management, professionalism, call it what you will. If Liverpool can't learn to protect the leads in vital games, they're not going to achieve very much. End of story. A few impressive victories in games they probably should win anyway were all very well. There's damage being done by the squandering of late victories last week. They reinforced a prevalent image of Klopp as a somewhat eccentric, attack-obsessed fantasist, somebody with actual contempt for the realities of pragmatic, modern football. His post-match comments hardly dispelled the theory. In a cynical age, it's of little wonder this captures the imagination of those who regard the modern game as a bit of an eyesore. That Everton, the so-called school of science, genuinely hope to employ Sam Allardyce in order to guarantee survival in the top flight is depressing enough. This is also a season where the manager of Manchester United no less has been criticised for sometimes providing thin gruel instead of an attacking feast. Hard-bitten Liverpool fans may regard the claims of their rivals' supporters about a past insistence on entertaining football with a raised eyebrow, but everyone else is entitled to feel depressed. Matthias Kernbong's Getty Images. This marks Klopp out as different. Pep Guardiola does at least have the resources at Manchester City to bring in the best attacking talent available and even spend £100 million on 2 adventurous fullbacks, but Klopp's gung-ho approach comes without the assurances of such riches. Going to Sevilla, a side with a daunting home record, and playing with 3 forwards in front of Philippe Coutinho was an act of courage or foolhardiness, depending on your point of view. A 3-goal lead at halftime didn't last, of course, but few teams could even have contemplated doing that to Sevilla. It was the ultimate glass half full or half empty scenario. Liverpool fans had the chance to readjust under Rodgers, a manager who also oversaw a team more noted for scoring than defensive solidity, especially when he could call on a world-class talent like Luis Suarez. Coming after 10 years of Gerard Houllier and Rafa Benitez, it was a difficult modification that many still haven't made under Klopp. This is one of the most successful clubs in Europe, don't forget, and a large part of that admittedly old success was based on the pragmatism and savvy which Klopp seems intent on rising above. No wonder there's lots of arguments at Anfield these days. The trip to Stoke is timely. Under Tony Pulis they became the template graveyard for fancy foreign ways. The cold, wet night at the Bet365 stadium, where it was alleged even Lionel Messi could not flourish, is now to be tested by Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino and Mohamed Salah, even if Mark Hughes is making the Stoke image less daunting these days. All those forwards may not even play. Salah must surely be due a rest soon, but his goals have become so vital. Can Klopp afford to drop him too many games in a row? And he may not have a choice, given the modern Liverpool's fitness record. Firmino's value grows whenever he doesn't appear. Daniel Sturridge can be a fine striker, but he can't do the Brazilian's job, and the role is integral to the success or failure of this current Liverpool team. No apologies for focusing on who plays up front. Who plays behind them has almost become academic. Using Coutinho in midfield has meant an increased workload for the other 2 central midfielders, and none of Liverpool's choices are up to such a task. Build a time machine, go back to the 1980s and haul Graham Souness back to 2017. That might work. Asking Jordan Henderson and James Milner to do it, not so much as the Chelsea match amply demonstrated. Further behind them, who knows what kind of back four Liverpool will have. Each game is now firmly based on whether the Reds can score enough goals to compensate for whatever mishaps occur at the back. Building towards the ultimate triumph in football, or a vanity exercise doomed to failure. Liverpool in 2017, like it or not, have got tongues wagging furiously again.